Ciao, buongiorno, welcome back to Rome, Italy. Today I'm going to be breaking down how expensive things are here in the capital city, and that's going through prices of accommodation, food, sightseeing, all you need to know here as a tourist in Roma. So let's start with accommodation. I'm here on the balcony of the place I'm staying, which is called YellowSquare, and I have a private room here with a double bed, as you can see behind me, and also an ensuite. I did a little room tour in the previous video before visiting the Vatican City. If you want to know how expensive this is, then a private room in this hostel will set you back 55 euros a night for this particular one, with a double bed, ensuite and balcony. However, this is YellowSquare Hostel and there are dorm beds available as well. If you're on a budget, then 15 euros is the price for one night in a 6-bed mixed dorm. There are also female-only dorms available. YellowSquare is a fantastic place to stay here if you're a traveller or a backpacker in Rome. There is plenty to do. There's a bar across the street which is known as Yellow Bar. There's also table tennis and different activities like escape rooms inside the actual hostel. There's a kitchen you can use, and the general sitting area, common area, is great. And you may well know, if you watched my first video, I stayed in another hostel for a few nights which was called Beehive. That one is less of a party vibe. It's more relaxed, more chill, fewer rooms. That one I also showed a room tour of, and I will provide the link to Beehive in the description of this video as well. If you're interested, hop over to that video to see my room tour. So I'm now here kicking off the day with some breakfast, and I've come to a place that I walk past most days but haven't actually popped in before, and it always looks very inviting. And it's a typical little pasticceria. In fact, this one's called Cafe Guiliani. It also has a restaurant. As you can see, it's really nice. And there's tons of pastries and different things on offer there to choose from. And I've gone with the most typical one, the cornetto or cornetti, which came to €3.50, a little bit more expensive perhaps than where you would get in other places, but I really like the ambience of this place, and so that's why I chose it. On top of that, I had an orange juice, which came to €6. That's quite expensive. You can get it cheaper again in other places. And finally, I finished things off with an espresso, which came to €3. So in total, $12.50. Sometimes you can pick up an espresso for less than €1 in a really local place. This one is a little bit more glamorous. Right now I'm going to make my way outside of this area of Rome and head to one site in particular that I haven't seen yet or covered in any of my videos. And to get there, I'm going to take the metro, which is just behind me. So I'll run you through the prices of it and the journey. If you're taking the metro in Rome, then you can buy your ticket from one of these machines. Let's just select English. And then you can see here, for a 100-minute ticket to any destination on the metro of your choice, €1.50. You can get a weekly ticket for €24 or a 24-hour one for 7. 48 hours, €12.50, and 72.18. Now we're just going on one journey, so I'm going to go with 150. And now I just have to insert my money, and there we go, easy as that. And I can now head on to the underground. So now out of the metro at Lepanto station, and there you have it, $1.50 for a simple journey on any of the lines available, and that's pretty affordable, I would say, for public transportation. Roma's metro is probably not the most extensive in the world. There are only a couple of lines you can use. However, it does have some very useful stopping points, such as Colosseum next to the Roman Colosseum, Roman Forum and Palatine Hill, and also Spagna, which is very close to the Spanish Steps, and of course the Trevi Fountain is a short walking distance from there. And then you have Roma Termini near where I'm staying, and Ottaviano on this side is only a couple minutes away from the Vatican City. So it is pretty well connected in that sense, but there just aren't that many lines, and so you might find yourself walking around Rome more than you actually end up taking the metro. But if you do, it's not too bad. So before I move on to the place that I'm heading towards, I thought I'd stop and talk you through my lunch and show you some restaurant prices. So I had a spinach risotto at a place called Pizzeria Andrea, whose pizzas are fantastic. I have had them in previous days that I'm not vlogging, but I'm hoping on having one tonight in a different place, and so I didn't have pizza for lunch there. Anyway, let me show you the menu of Pizzeria Andrea, and you might be quite impressed by how reasonable it is. So starter options 7 or 8 euros, first courses up to 8-9 euros, and here one for 10 euros, but all the different types of Italian dishes that you could normally expect. Second courses there too, some a little bit more expensive. Pizzas up to 7.50 for the capricciosa, the signature pizza of Rome, and then you have all the other options here for 7 and 8 euros. Pretty reasonable prices. Desserts there, 4 euros tops, tiramisu and panna cotta amongst the other signature dishes available. Red wine's available for 10 to 20 euros. And then if we go down, then there's also some different beer options too, and not too expensive for the beer. And one more place I want to give a shout out to for food, and unfortunately I couldn't go there because it was closed today, is a place called Refugio Romano, and it does traditional Italian food, fully vegan. I think I filmed a couple of shots on my phone and maybe 1 or 2 on my camera, so I'm sort of flashing them now. I did film the menu, so here's another set of prices for restaurants if you're particularly interested in vegan food. Here are the antipasti options at Refugio Romano. Most of them around 2 to 3.50. Primi patti spaghetti alla carbonara, signature dish of Rome, 10 euros, amongst the others which go up to 12 euros. All vegan options available. Secondi piatti options feature dishes between 13 and 14 euros, a little bit more expensive. Vegan options also available here. Pizzas, all vegan. You have the classic capricciosa available for 11 euros, and then calzone for 10 euros. Again, you can see the different toppings available to you. And while I'm on the subject, I'll just enlighten you as to my own eating preferences, as they've somewhat changed over the years I've been vlogging. As some of you may remember, I was vegetarian for quite some time, and vegan if possible, but it was quite hard to sustain, and I felt like at times I wanted to try certain cuisine in some countries, and being vegetarian didn't necessarily allow me to do that. So I do try and eat vegan when possible, but I do dabble in occasional meat and fish to try the signature dish of a certain country. But I would say 60-70% of the time I'm eating vegan or vegetarian. So that's why you might see me in Venice chomping down some squid ink spaghetti, and other times you'll see me eating vegan pizza here in Rome. So hope that makes it clear. I'm definitely not a very good vegan or vegetarian, but that's just my own eating preference and the balance that I've struck with my lifestyle vlogging. And so there you go, no more questions on that one, hopefully. So you're probably wondering why I'm crouching down here in the pathway of the street, and there is a reason. On sweltering hot days like this in Rome, where it's 30+ degrees, or whatever time of year you're here, you're going to get dehydrated. And so all you need to do, instead of buying a plastic bottle, is fill up your water at one of the fresh fountains across the city, which I'm not going to drink from directly right now because I haven't washed my hands and there's a virus going around that you might have heard of. But bring your own bottle and fill it up. They're everywhere. So I'm now inside Castel San Angelo, which is 15 euros to enter and is the last of some of the most important places to visit in Rome, and one that my mum actually recommended as the best, her favourite place in the city, having already been to all the other famous ones. And as you can see here, it was a mausoleum built for Emperor Hadrian, but then was converted to a papal fortress in the 6th century. From the top here of Castel San Angelo, breathtaking views of Rome, the Italian flag, the Vatican City, St. Peter's Basilica, the secret passageway which runs all the way to the Vatican, where the popes would escape to in times of pressure. From the very top of Castel San Angelo, incredible views of Rome, panoramic ones. I can even see the Colosseum in the far distance, which of course is next to the Roman Forum and the most ancient part of Rome. And then we can see all the buildings and different Renaissance architecture and even the boats as they make their way through. Castel San Angelo exceeded expectations. Really worth the 15 euro fee, to be honest. So another €1.50 metro journey, and I'm now back on the other side of Rome. I'll be adding that 150 to my daily total. At the end of the day, I'll give a full account of one day's worth of spending here in Rome. And I'm now here back at Colosseum, the mighty Colosseum. And here I'm going to go through a few prices of how much things cost here in Rome. So Castel Angelo, where I just was, 15 euros to enter. How about the Colosseum? Well, if you get a combined ticket in one day of the Colosseum, the Roman Forum, which is behind me, and Palatine Hill, a little further, you can do all three for 18 euros in one ticket, which is decent value if you just spend a day doing those three. And that's about it, apart from two more museums, which are the Vatican museums, which will set you back 17 euros. That one's quite expensive, but worth it. And the other one is the Capitoline museums, and that costs 15 euros. So there you go, there are some prices here in Rome of sightseeing. I think most of your costs will be going towards your accommodation and probably your food if you're eating at expensive places and getting those bowls of wine down. Following my quick pit stop at the Colosseum, I've strolled over about half an hour to a different kind of area of Rome, and I'm now getting some dinner. And I'm at a restaurant called Oregano, who provide some traditional Italian dishes, but also with vegan variations. And there's a great menu here with some pretty decent prices. Reviews on Google are very good, so I'm going by those. And let's take a look and let me show you the menu. Appetizers, 6, 7, 8 euros, 12 euros, ranging a little bit, and some vegan options at the bottom. Pasta options for 10 euros. Again, vegan options at the bottom. Second courses featuring meat up to 16 euros, some for 12 euros, and also vegan options again. Pizzas, long list of different availabilities, 10 euros, and 3 vegan options featuring capricciosa. Desserts are not too expensive, up to 6 euros, and again, vegan options at the bottom. Soft drinks and aperitifs, pretty reasonable, 3 euros for most of them. And for beer, down to 4 euros, alongside cocktails, which are around 7 euros for all the different classics. In the end, I went for capricciosa, which is the one I keep banging on about in this video, which features artichoke and olives, mushrooms, and vegan cheese in this case, eaten on the street like a pure Roman diner, and it was absolutely delicious. Now I've shown all the prices for one day's worth of spending as a tourist here in Rome, I will add up all of the costs that I've spent in this particular day, which comes to 96 euros 50. Now 55 euros of that is taken up by my accommodation, so you can see what a large chunk your accommodation takes up in terms of your daily budget, and what a difference it would make to get somewhere that's 55 euros as opposed to over 100 euros. I hope this video gave you some idea as to what kind of prices you can expect in the capital of Italy, and it helps you plan your own trip, or not to plan it because it's out of your budget, or whatever the reason. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out my playlist of other cities that I've covered how expensive is in this series. You can find the playlist on my YouTube channel. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one in Naples. Peace.